look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this reaction video is the plan that Ice Cube, the entertainer, and soon-to-be President-elect Donald Trump, platinum plan. They have teamed up to come up with a plan that will put more capital in the black community and help black people in America. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna play a short clip of Donald Trump announcing this plan, and then I'm gonna play Ice Cube, and then I'm gonna actually give you the platinum plan. I'm gonna read it out to you because I actually have it. I'm gonna read to you the portion that I think is most significant, okay? So hold on for 1 second as I get it for you, all right? We're gonna go in that order. Hope y'all doing all right today. All right. Let's get it.
And I'm here today to announce a brand new plan to deliver more opportunity, more security, more fairness, and more prosperity to black communities. We call it the Platinum Plan. Platinum Plan. And that's a contract with black Americans, and it's going to be something that people talk about for a long time to come. If you vote Republican over the next 4 years, we will create 3 million new jobs for the black community. Open 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by $500 billion. Build up peaceful and safer urban neighborhoods with the highest standards of, and you know this, of policing. We want the highest standards. We have to have highest standards of policing. Bring even greater fairness to the justice system. We did criminal justice reform. We remember that. Even greater, we will create a national clemency project to right wrongful prosecutions and to pardon individuals who have reformed their life.
Now, we all know as black people, especially black Americans, that we have a hard time getting loans and stuff like that. I ain't saying nobody else doesn't have that type of problem, but we sure as hell do. So I'm gonna let Ice Cube talk about the capital problem, then we'll get into other things with the platinum plan. So I'm gonna let these gentlemen talk first, and then I'm gonna come in with my my commentary. You know how I get down. 1 second as I put it on your screen, y'all. And I'm glad to see that Ice Cube is not just a rapper who forgot about the community, that he's actually trying to do something and effect change. Let's get it.
There's a big problem in this country with the financial banking system and black people and our access to capital. You know, I know that when it breaks down, we have, 13 to 15% of the country trying to live off of half a percentage of wealth, 0.05% of wealth. So that's an issue. That's a problem. We have to have access to capital so we can do cool things for South Central. If we drove past one of those lots and a guy that lived there wanted to put a store up, he just couldn't get a loan because of his zip code. Now, guys from outside the area, they can come in and they can get a loan and put that store.
That's true. Like people from their own community, because they live within a certain zip code, would not get accessibility to funding or seed funds or any type of capitalism. But someone that is on the outside of the zip code from a different community can come into the black community, tear down everything that's ours and build what they want there and remove our community. You get what I'm saying? I think it's called gentrification. I'm not too sure. I think that's what it's called, and that's something that black people have been dealing with for decades, if not hundreds of years. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he's using this platform to actually express that. You know what I'm talking about? So let me go ahead and continue.
Store up, and that has to change.
How do people live in this state who aren't making a lot of money?
Things are so expensive. Houses that used to cost, like my father, I think he bought his house 47 grand, maybe. And Now it's worth $650.
The house you grew up in?
The house I grew up in. It's worth $650,000.
And that's in South Central?
South Central, yeah.
In the hood, a house costing over $500,000.
Yeah.
Huh. So the middle class has shrunk in this state?
Without a doubt, or left.
I agree with that. It seems like to me the way that the climate is, they're trying to eliminate the middle class, that they just want to have rich and poor. The middle class, the upper middle class, and the middle class is shrinking. It's really shrinking. You have more people who are impoverished. That group of people is growing. You got more people who struggling to make ends meet, struggling to pay their bills. That group is growing, as well as the rich people. Their group is growing. But the upper middle class and the middle class is shrinking. You get me? Look at inflation. And then when inflation goes away, something else come along. Recession come along. When recession goes away, something else come along. They used to have a depression back in the day. You know, all this stuff, there's always something attacking the upper and middle class, and it's causing it to shrink.
You know, they definitely shrunk, and we have a lot of people leaving the state because they just can't afford it.
If you were running the state, wouldn't that be a big concern for you?
Yeah, I think it's a major problem because you not only have people leaving, you have industries leaving. You know, Tesla, they just put up a plant in Texas, so
Yep.
you know, they left California, and many big companies have left California.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. Now let me put the plan up. Excuse me right quick, y'all. Pardon me for that cough. Now, this is the platinum plan. All right, let me make my little thing a little smaller so y'all can read it with me. Give me a moment, please. Oops. So I'm not going to read the entire platinum plan. If you really want to know about it, look it up for yourself, and you should be able to understand what's in it. Now, the platinum plan pillars: opportunity, security, prosperity, and fairness. Okay, that's cool. Now, let me go to the other part. This is what I want y'all to see. Excuse me. This is the promises. All right. 3 million new jobs for the black community. Creating 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by almost $500 billion. Safe urban neighborhoods with highest policing standards. Commit to working on the Second Step Act. If you don't know what that is, take time to look it up. Access to better education and job training opportunities. Give black churches the ability to compete for federal resources for their community. Bring better and tailored health care to address historic disparities. Immigration policy that protects American jobs. Advance home ownership opportunities and enhance financial literacy in the black community. Onshoring manufacturing to advance jobs and develop opportunities for black-owned businesses. That's the promises over the next 4 years in the platinum plan that both Donald J. Trump and O'Shea Jackson, isn't it? Ice Cube came up with. Now, y'all can read the rest of this. It's a lot more, as you can see what I'm pulling up right here. It's a lot. But this whole plan, what Trump is doing is something that Obama didn't do. And he's just a little bit lighter than me. And I'm not trying to knock him. I ain't trying to tell you to be against Democrats and I'm not trying to do any of that, but I'm just speaking facts. Why did it take another man who don't even look nothing like me to work with a rapper to try to devise a plan that can help the black community? You tell me that. You just tell me that. Now, I got more for you. You know how I get down. What I'm going to do now is deal with this whole thing about him being a racist. I think a lot of you know that he's not, but I know there still are those who believe that he is. And I'm going to tell you the reason why a lot of these people believe that, because what he has done with and for people of different colors other than black people, but what he has done for black people, no one speaks about. So I'm going to give it an opportunity so you can hear some of the things he did. I bet a lot of you did not know. I'm I'm gonna let him say it first. Then I'll get into it. Let's get it.
Nelson Mandela and 80 of his constituents were trying to come to the United States.
Yeah.
The United States government wasn't helping him. No one was helping him. You chartered a 727 plane for their...
You hear that? I'm gonna back it up. Nelson Mandela, one of the biggest icons in black culture, basically, if you want to say that. The American government wouldn't help him. Nobody would help him get back when he got freed from prison. But you know who did help him get back here? A white man. Donald J. Trump. I mean, Trump. I almost had Trump, my bad. Donald J. Trump. I'm drinking, y'all. Forgive me. He helped the black man. I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but it's factual. You can ask whoever, you know what I mean? Whoever was a part of that, or you can look it up for yourself on Google. A white man did that. And I'm not no dude that kiss white people, but I give credit what credit is due. If he would have been black, I would have said a black man did it. If he would have been Mexican, I would have said a Mexican did it. But it was a white man who did this. The one that you keep saying don't like black people. He did this. Let's keep going.
Nelson Mandela and 80 of his constituents were trying to come to the United States.
Yeah.
The United States government wasn't helping him. No one was helping him. You chartered a 727 plane for their entire trip.
Yeah.
How is somebody, and that's crazy because you can talk about anything, and why is it hard for you to talk about the things you've done? It runs in your family. Your father helped build a synagogue. I mean, why do we not know those things?
It's something that I've never, I love doing it. I don't need praise for it. I don't, we all like a certain level of praise, but I've never, I just like helping people. I help a lot of people and I enjoy doing it and I never talk about it. It's nice that you bring it up. I also think it's not a narrative that the press likes talking about, for me.
But I think it would help a lot of the American people who have been misled, I myself included. Now listen, I'm voting for you now because of the man you are, not just because of the policies, because not every American will get the opportunity that I had to saw who you were backstage. And that's why I have this list. I mean, I have testimonials. We can't go through all because
I want to see them.
Now this was I had to dig deep.
I like that.
You donated $100,000 to raise dogs. You're not even a dog guy. Yeah. Explain that.
Well, that's Lara. So I have a wonderful, the wife of Eric, and she's a terrific person. You know, she's actually now a very big an important person in getting elected in the Republican Party. She comes from North Carolina. She loves the dogs. And I did that in her honor, actually. And, you know, if you listen to her, boy, dogs are treated very badly. They're, you know, some evil people having to do even with dogs. So I did that for my daughter-in-law.
Now, let me tell you something. If you don't know, when he was president, he signed something into law to where the HBCUs, the historic black colleges, can always get accessibility to money. Instead of always have to renew it and begging every 4, 5, 6 years. He signed into, and you can look it up. I did on one of my other videos before where I showed that it's facts. He helped the black people who trying to get educated, get careers and job education. But remember, y'all say he don't like black folk, but you look at everything he's doing, and next thing you know, you don't want to accept it. Now, another thing is, ain't it funny how people started calling him racist only when he began to run for office? Because Donald Trump has been a part of black culture for a long time. He's on the Wu-Tang Clan album. If you know Wu-Tang Clan, the rappers and stuff. He's on The Simpsons. He's been on a Scarface, the rapper talked about, I want to stack money like Trump and stuff like that. You hear this. And he also dated black women. He was a close friend of Michael Jackson and one of the few people who took up for him when people tried to say he was touching the youngsters and stuff. He was taking care of him. When Jennifer Hudson lost her family, he took Jennifer Hudson, the singer, and put her up in Trump Tower for 6 months to help her grieve for free. But remember now, you don't like him. He let rappers out of prison for free. He pardoned them. But remember, he don't like us, though. The facts are in your face. You don't gotta like how he talk. You don't gotta like how he thinks or whatever, but you can't deny these other things that he's done. I mean, it's just crazy. Now, y'all talk about everything else, but y'all never bring this stuff up. You're biased. Weigh both sides of it, man. Now, I know somebody gonna say, I can't stand this. Unsubscribe. Okay, man, if that's what you want to do it, man. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I can't deny the facts, man. Now trust me, if there was facts showing that he didn't like us, I'll be all over him. I think those of you who follow my channel know how I am, but I don't have that. So let me play this right here.
I just don't believe that the man is a racist. This is just my personal belief because I have a personal relationship with Donald J. Trump, okay? If any of us do our research, we know that Donald Trump wasn't accused of being a racist prior to his run for office. Donald Trump was at the Michael Jackson trial with him every single day. I mean, Donald Trump ran with some of everybody, Diddy, 50 Cent. He's on the Wu-Tang Clan album. This is the same Donald Trump that when Jennifer Hudson's family was murdered, he put her up for 6 months, in Trump Tower. This is the same Trump that sent his private jet, all the way over to get Nelson Mandela when he was released from prison. This is the same Trump that gave me a full and unconditional pardon, pardon Kwame Kilpatrick, released 3,100 people from prison, in one day, July 19, 2019. I mean, if that's the type of racism we have to deal with, I'll take it.
Shit, you and me both. I'm going to tell you something else. 3,100 people in one day, and I want you to understand something. Those people that he released from prison, that he gave pardon from, guess what majority color they were? They were different. They were colored people. When I say colored, because some of y'all gonna get mad and say colored, what I mean is like different shades of color, different hues of skin tone, because some people get so sensitive. You had black people, you had Latino people and stuff like that, and a few white people there that he pardoned, okay? But, hey, you don't gotta like him, man, but I just gave you the fact, Jack, all right? Anyway, you let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all take it easy now, yeah?